So it's a US title match. It's an I Quit match. It's
in a cage.
Whoa.
Oh, sorry.
You just ruined the build-up. No time limit. And so but then, as the wrestlers start to enter the ring, there's a cage.
Yeah.
They've never mentioned, like, the ref didn't mention the cage.
Did he not?
Announcer
Didn't mention it.
No. Just like, I Quit.
But they can see it.
Yeah. So it's so Tully Blanchard is the champion.
Yeah.
He's weighing in at 235 pounds. He comes in as an entrance to heavier rock music.
Yeah, I compared it to AC/DC
Yes.
kind of music.
Good shout. He comes out
In a robe.
a white robe.
Yeah,
Very Elvis-esque.
Yeah.
Quite good entrance. He's wearing black trunks, red knee pads, white boots.
He has a valet.
He has a valet.
What's the difference between a valet and a manager, by the way?
The valet's a woman.
Yeah, a valet's a woman, and they don't coach them on how to win a match. They just support them.
Yeah. And who's the valet?
It's Baby Doll.
AKA?
I know that.
No. What's her moniker?
Oh, no, I don't know.
The Perfect 10.
The
So Tully Blanchard comes out, heavier rock music. Obviously, he's the heel.
Yeah.
And then the
Magnum TA.
the challenger.
Yeah.
Magnum TA.
He's in the ring.
Oh yeah, he's already in the ring.
He gets a jobber entrance.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for this guy because he's seen as a really big deal. Jim Ross, for example, is like the biggest fan of Magnum TA. So I was really interested to see him. Didn't get an entrance. I was a bit like, okay, that's odd.
He's wearing all orange. He's from the great state of Virginia. He's 242 pounds. He's got like a blonde mullet and tash.
Yes, he has.
And he kind of made me think of more of a kind of like a John Aldridge.
John Aldridge, John Aldridge.
John Aldridge in like the 1990 kind of
Panini sticker album. Yeah,
kind of vibe. But
by the way, how did Tom Miller announce Magnum TA?
Ooh.
He said
vastly popular.
telling the audience what to think, but they did cheer him and they were loving him actually.
So Magnum TA, he was. Do you know who gave him the idea for the name?
No, Jim Ross.
We've mentioned him in this podcast already.
Macho Man Randy Savage.
Andre the Giant.
Andre, wow.
Yeah. Apparently he suggested, you look like that, Magnum guy, Tom Selleck.
Yeah.
So why don't you just add your initials at the end?
Love it.
Magnum TA?
I was thinking, I didn't research what TA stood for, so I'm really glad you've answered that question for me and the listeners.
And the fans.
Yeah, the fans.
The WrestleStar universe.
I tell you, I've written a little a paragraph here about Tully Blanchard. When they do the announcements in the ring, he's booed, and I just wrote at this point, what a great heel he is.
Yes.
Because he's got this level of arrogance, and he also has this. I want to put this without swearing, but I don't give a flip.
Rat's ass.
I don't give a flip what you think about me.
Yeah.
And I love that in a heel.
He exudes it.
Yeah, exudes it. Like, I'm here, I'm going to win, I don't care. I don't care if you cheer me, boo me, I'm just going to win this match.
So, it is in a cage, so we're talking like WCW mesh style cage, or I should have said NWA style cage. It's I'd say it's about 15 feet high.
Yep.
Kind of, not as tall as today's 50 feet high cages and all that. So
looks more brutal in a way, doesn't it? Because it's more like mesh, like the
So big pops for Magnum TA. He's got a great look.
Yeah.
He's got a great look.
For the time. If he turned up today,
take the tash off and we're good to go.
There was kind of like a lot of UFC fighting at the beginning of this match because there were no pinfalls, right?
Yeah.
So because it's an I Quit match, and so they're fighting on the ground and they're taking advantage of the fact that they can be pinned down for longer than 3 seconds. So they are kind of doing that UFC thing where people, they're against takedowns and stuff like that.
And then a lot of like thigh shots, kicks, punches, and then I'd say. I'd say opening 5 minutes we start seeing blood.
Yep.
First on Magnum TA.
Yep.
And it looks brutal.
Absolutely brutal.
And then
Blanchard does a great thing where Magnum tries to slam him into the cage, but he's like, he uses his hands to hold it. I was like, he's a clever wrestler. Yeah. I like it when a wrestler shows intelligence.
Yes.
I'm not just going to let myself get slammed into this. Your natural instinct would be
to block. Yeah. And then as we get into the mix, it starts getting really brutal, really bloody. It's an all-out, it's a knockout, drag-out brawl.
Yeah.
Once the mic gets involved,
Yeah.
I've got here, this is one of the, I can't think of the words, but this is really like real.
Yeah.
Because there's a bit when Magnum TA, and first of all, the microphone looks like it's from Top of the Pops in 1977.
Yeah.
It looks like Boney M is about to come on and do a disco tune. But Magnum TA, I think, there's a bit when he puts it in Tully Blanchard's face, and he's like, say it, say it, say it, and then Tully Blanchard's like, no, 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 and it's like, oh.
I've written this as a war, and every time they do, because they used it recently in a match, didn't they? And the ref kept going, do you want to quit? And it was like overused. I can't remember the match, but they kept using it. And here it was, because the wrestler did it, and it was, say it! And every time, it was almost like as well, there would be like, you could hear the noises of like,
the breathing, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, no!
Every time.
Do you know what the noise reminded me of? They remind me of Star Wars Empire Strikes Back, where Lucas finds out, spoiler alert, that Darth Vader's his dad, and then he's going, no! That's impossible! It was that kind of feeling to all their noise, but it put so much meaning into the match, because they were like, neither of them wanted to lose this bloody battle.
Yeah, and I mean, it was just every time the mic came in, and then and obviously there was blood pouring, they were battering each other, and then Magnum TA had thrust it into Tully Blanchard's face, and there's one bit where Tully was just like, it's unbelievable. It's so intense.
It was intense. It was out of all the matches in the card, for me, it was it had a different level of
intensity. Also, there was at this point, I think after about 3 or 4 times when they got the mic in each other and they were just brutally beating each other, brawling,
using the mic as a weapon,
using the mic as a weapon.
Both of them bleeding, right?
Oh, both of them bleeding, and I've got in here. How is this going to end?
Yeah,
I didn't know.
Are they going to quit? Because I couldn't see Magnum TA quitting ever.
And I couldn't see Tully quitting.
Yeah, because Tully's not a quitter.
And so this.
I tell you what, there's a great line from Shivani to break this seriousness. Well, he doesn't mean to, but he says, both men are pulling and tugging on each other. What? So I was like, okay, right.
So there's a great turnbuckle spot where Magnum TA is punching him, and then Tully Blanchard picks him up and
inverted atomic drop slam.
Yeah,
like it's almost like a spine buster turned into
inverted atomic drop reversal, and then the crowd are really building for Magnum TA.
Say it!
And then Tully Blanchard throws the ref.
Yeah, hits the ref.
But at that point, I was like, why is the ref in there?
Yeah, I guess. yeah, because the ref wasn't there. His job seemed to be. I tell you what, he did have a job.
Manage the mic.
He sometimes put the mic back in the corner.
Yeah.
We don't know why.
Yeah. And then, so as it's building, Tully Blanchard throws the ref, knocks him down, and then, out of nowhere,
a wooden chair is
thrown in.
From Baby Doll.
From Baby Doll, the perfect 10.
Yeah.
How would you describe Baby Doll's appearance, by the way, just for the listeners?
I'd say she's a perfect 10, but she's blonde. She looks like a prom, a bit like Miss Elizabeth, but blonde, I thought.
And double the size.
Double the size.
She's pretty hefty.
She's pretty hefty. Do you know who she ended up marrying in real life? For 10 years. He was in the first match of the night.
Oh, Houston.
Oh, real life wife of Houston.
So anyway, back to the match.
So a chair thrown, a wooden chair
gets thrown in like a folding chair, and then at this point I'm thinking, right, here we go. Blanchard's going to pick up the chair, smack it over Magnum's face, but he doesn't. He smacks the chair on the mat, breaks it, and then takes a wooden spike from the chair, and then tries to stab
him in the eye.
It's literally so Blanchard's on top of Magnum, and he is thrusting the spike towards Magnum's eye.
Yeah.
And Magnum is holding the spike, trying not to let it touch his eye.
Have you seen Saving Private Ryan? The bit with a knife and the slow.
That's it.
It was that moment, and it was to the eye, and you're thinking, how are they going to do this? How are they going to stab him in the eye, like without him losing an eye? And
when Magnum TA he intercepts the spike, and because that was the first bit, is that Tully Blanchard thrusts it, and Magnum TA grabs it, and at that point I'm like, yes,
yeah. And he manages to get the spike off Tully. He sort of saves the day, and then he uses the spike on Tully's open wound.
Yeah.
And you can't really quite see, but it looks painful. Tully's selling it for everything it is. And eventually...
He gets the mic.
He gets the mic, and Tully quits.
Yes!
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 Yes! Yes.
He doesn't say I quit, though.
He doesn't say I quit, which maybe he'd use in the promo later.
Yeah.
But Magnum becomes the new US champion.
Big pop.
Massive pop. Amazing setup from Tully. I thought it was a great... This is a match that you should... I think any wrestling fan should watch.
Yeah.
Oh. It's brutal, but... Whoa, like, this is intensity levels taken to another...
I'm trying to think.
Another planet.
It's up there with one of the most intense, like, gruesome matches
Yeah,
I've seen.
Trying to stab someone in the eye to make him quit is so believable as well. You would. I was like...
Yeah, well, you're not going to do a submission.
Yeah.
Just stab him in the eye.
Stab him in the eye. You're going to quit then? Yeah, I think you are.
Yeah. You're going to quit before you lose your sight. It's no DQ.
Yeah. Yeah, great. I got one fact about Magnum TA I thought I'd whack out there. One is he's the real life godfather of Cody Rhodes.
Nice.
Because he's good mates with Dusty, obviously. He had a car accident in 1986.
Yeah, in a Porsche.
In a Porsche. Oh, drives a nice car. Which sadly kind of ended his career. He was paralysed on one side. They thought he'd never walk again, but I think he has managed to sort of rehabilitate himself. And he's kind of made appearances at wrestling events, but not as a wrestler. Little random fact: he married Tully Blanchard's ex-wife.
Wow.
Later on in life, a bit interesting. Maybe after this match, they shared a bond.
Maybe Magnum TA was a real man. Have you noticed as well that most of the winners in this pay-per-view exit the ring first?
Yeah.
The opposite to what happens now. Usually now the villain or the loser exits the ring for the winner to have their moment in the ring.
Yeah.
But in this, it was the opposite, which again kind of added to it in a way, because in this one it was literally like, it made sense. Magnum was like, I'm getting out.
Yeah, and Blanchard had quit, so like he's going to be out with it.
Yeah, he's going to be. Yeah. And
also, what I liked about it was again a strong finish to a really good match. So it made sense. I was thinking like you, neither of these guys are going to quit. They're not going to quit. Yeah. But actually, when he brought that weapon in, okay, yeah, you would quit, wouldn't you?
Great finish.
Great
match.
Great match.